que mi vida tenga más sentido. Atención, yo quiero estar contigo. Tú eres como el agua clara que llueve del cielo.
Cabrón.
Te quiero porque quiero que me quieras, porque como tú no hay nadie más que me pueda soñar.
Chinga, qué pedo. Tranquilo, güey. Tranquilo, güey, tranquilo.
Con mis deseos en cuestión de piel.
Tranquilo, güey, tranquilo ya. No te merecía, la neta.
Es mucho.
Hey guys, you hear that? Women don't owe men anything. No matter what you do, they don't owe you anything. So guys, don't take them out on dinner dates. Don't pay their bills. Don't buy them gifts. They don't need us anymore, guys. This song, did you hear the song? They don't need us for nothing. They're free. They can do whatever they want. Bros, just focus on yourself.
Yo, yo, yo. What is going on, guys? What is going on, guys? Give me a second. Hold on a second. All right. I'm having a little technical issues on my end. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. Give me a second.
Don't pay their bills. Don't buy them gifts. They don't need us for nothing. They're free. They can do whatever they want. Bro, just focus on yourself.
All right, my bad. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. StreamYard has been like, for some reason, it shows on y'all screen. Oh, hold on a second. What is going on here? Yeah, I don't know what's going on my end. Something's going on with my videos. But we're going to get going. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are being safe. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. I wanted to come on here, trying to do a new series, Women Wednesdays. You know, I come on here, we talk bad about women all the time or whatnot, but there is a lot of women. There is a lot of women. Yes, modern women. There's a lot of women that do agree with the red pill, do agree with the stuff I say. So I want to point them out. I thought Wednesday would be a good day. What did they have? Women Crush Wednesdays or whatnot? I thought it'd be a good day to kind of make my own quote unquote Women Crush Wednesdays or whatnot. More like women holding women accountable Wednesdays. So I wanted to highlight the women that are holding other women accountable. Shout out to Mr. Goodbread. He put me on to Love Dorsey. I think she's actually super dope. Super dope. I love checking this stuff out, especially Mr. Goodbread puts her on. So I figured, shit, why not? Let's highlight some of these modern women that are holding these modern women accountable when they come to this foolishness. But before we do that, we're also going to talk about Dasantis. He signed the bill in Florida ending lifelong alimony. And I didn't really know too much about that. So it's going to be kind of a learning thing for both of us. I'm going to read an article We'll read an article from CBS News, and we'll discuss that. But before we get started, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know next time I drop, as well as if you want to help grow this page monetarily, you can donate to the Cash App and PayPal. It'd be much appreciated. All right, let's get started. Let's get this article out the way. We're going to talk about Dasantis. All right. We're going to talk about DeSantis and how he signed a bill to end lifelong alimony. So let's go up. Florida government DeSantis signs bill ending permanent alimony in Florida, which is very interesting. And I think there's actually a video to accompany this. Let me see if I can pull it up. Which you never thought it would see that coming. That's a big deal for men right now. That's a huge deal for men. You don't even know, and it don't even sound like a lot, but you don't even know how much of a huge deal for men it is that he did this. Okay, I think it's advertising.
Persistence and triumph when we go person to person.
Let's see if we can get this video up.
Tonight, Governor DeSantis signed a bill that overhauls the state's alimony laws. SB 1416 includes doing away with permanent alimony. The bill will also set a process for ex-spouses who make alimony payments to seek modifications to alimony agreements when they retire.
So that sort of just summed it up right there. Let's read the article. Governor Ron DeSantis on Friday signed a measure that will overhaul states' alimony laws after 3 vetoes of similar bills and a decade of emotional clashes over the issue.
In today's Money Watch, business analyst Jill Schlesinger is here to help.
How do you even begin?
Pause this. The measure, SB 1416, includes doing away with what is known as permanent alimony, which is a crazy concept in itself. DeSantis' approval came a year after he mixed a similar bill that sought to eliminate permanent alimony and set up a formula for alimony amounts based on length of marriage. Oh. The approval drew an outcry from members of the First Wives Advocacy Group, of course. First Wives Advocacy Group, a coalition of mostly older women who receive permanent alimony and who assert that it allows to be upended without the payments. Of course they will, because they still expect their husband, they still expect to be paid for non-existent work they did. Cleaning the house, taking care of the children, what you're supposed to do no matter what. And they thought that, oh, we're going to get this, we're going to live the high life, we're going to live luxury because they're getting off the alimony, they're getting alimony payments, which I always think is dumb, that you have to pay your wife after she decides to leave. But these modern women want to take trips and do that. This is where they get the whole idea of that women out earn men. Men have to pay alimony. We have to pay child support. When do women have to do that? Of course they're going to out earn us. Of course they're going to have more money than us and do more things. They're using our money for it. Come on, man. On behalf of thousands of women who our group represents, we are very disappointed in the governor's decision to sign the alimony reform bill. We believe by signing it, he has put older women in a situation which will cause financial devastation. Y'all can get jobs. The so-called Party of Five Women has just contributed to erosion of the institution of marriage in Florida. What? Do you not? Oh my gosh, these minor women are hilarious. This is the funny part. They talking about he's eroding the institution of marriage, but do you not realize that divorce literally erodes the institution of marriage? How does divorce and expecting a man to pay for the rest of his life part of marriage? How is that? When you decide to leave and then he has to pay for what? He barely got to sleep with you. He didn't get you on your good days. You kept nagging him this whole time, but he expected to pay because of I cooked and cleaned for a few years. And what's so funny is they talking about the institution of marriage, and these women don't even care about the institution of marriage. If you did, you wouldn't be divorcing your man, and you wouldn't be mad about this. Y'all be happy about this because more men might decide to get married. 60 Boca Raton woman who founded the group a decade ago told the news in a text message Friday, the years-long effort to do away with permanent alimony has been a highly contentious issue. It elicited tearful testimony from members of the First Wife group, but it also spurred impassioned pleas from ex-spouses who said they had been forced to work long past the age they wanted to retire because they were on the hook for alimony payments. Exactly. And this is what these quote-unquote first wives don't even think about. The man has to long past work his retirement because he's paying lifelong alimony. There's men that are homeless because they can't pay alimony. Men in jail, prison, because they can't pay alimony. But nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about the length the man has to go through. The man has to go through hoops and hurdles just to pay an extra bill for a woman who decided, she wanted to leave a relationship. This is why men are not getting married anymore. And I think they did this because they want to entice men to get married. Why would a man want to get married when they know? It's not even a think, it's a no for sure. Modern women cannot stay in relationships. They're terrible relationships. Why would they want to get married when they know that their wife is going to one day be like, I don't love you anymore, I'm going to leave? What? That don't make no sense. Why would a man do that and waste his money? And then when she leaves, you have to pay lifelong alimony? All right. Michael Butler, chairman of Florida Family Fairness, a group that has pushed for doing away with permanent alimony, praised the approval of the bill. Florida Family Fairness is pleased that the Florida legislature and Governor DeSantis has passed a bill that ends permanent alimony and codifies the statute the right to retire for existing alimony payers. Baylor said in a statement. Anything that adds clarity and ends permanent alimony is a win for Florida families. And I agree with him. I definitely agree it's a win because this might entice men to get married more. The penalty is not as harsh. Now, it's still stupid to get married in 2023. And you still have to pay alimony. They talk about depending on the length of the marriage, but it's not lifelong alimony. A win's a win. I guess a win is a win. I guess we're going to take it that way. Salute, Zone. How you doing, brother? Appreciate you stopping by. Shout out to Zone TV. Hold on a second. Yeah, my Streamlabs have been lagging. I'm gonna have to look for a different way to stream. All right. Let's finish this up. Along with DeSantis' veto of the 2022 version, Governor Rick Scott twice vetoed similar bills. Oh, so DeSantis vetoed it first. Huh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. The issue spurred a near fracas outside fracas outside Scott's office in 2016. This year, however, the proposal received relatively little public pushback and got blessing of Florida Family Fairness and the Florida Bar's family law section, which fiercely clashed over the issue in the past. And I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the red pill has something to do with it. Maybe they see the statistics. Again, I mentioned maybe because men are getting married less and less, the state ain't getting no money. This state ain't getting no money. So they want to entice men to get married more, which it's still not going to entice men to get married like that. But, it's not going to be much of a penalty for guys who are married, I guess. Along with eliminating permanent alimony, the measure will set up a process for ex-spouses who make alimony payments to seek modifications to alimony agreements when they want to retire. It will allow judges to reduce or terminate alimony, support, or maintenance payments after considering a number of factors such as the age and health of the person who makes payments, the customary retirement age of that person's occupation, the economic impact a reduction in alimony would have on the receipt of the payments, and the motivation for retirement and the likelihood of returning to work for the person making the payments. So, which is pretty good. They can adjust the payments on different factors, but it seems like this only would work for older age when you're about to retire. Like when you're in the 30s, 40s, you're getting divorced, you're probably going to be paying alimony till you hit the retirement age, I guess. Supporters said it will codify into law a court decision in 1992 divorce case that judges use as a guidepost when making decisions about retirement. But as with previous versions, opponents remain concerned that the bill will apply to existing permanent alimony agreements, which many ex-spouses accept in exchange for giving up other assets as part of divorce settlements. It probably might. Because again, a lot of men, older men, are dealing with problems paying lifelong alimony. I guess this is why this bill came into fruition. A lot of older men are dealing with paying lifelong alimony and then being hurt. They barely have any money to do anything to get back into the economy. On top of that, these modern women, they don't use this alimony for anything important. They use it for themselves, for them being selfish, to go around being 304s, get back on the cock carousel, take these trips, do all this other stuff. And then they want to get mad when their lifestyle's uprooted. Their husband still pays for that lifestyle. These modern women are not independent. But now it's time for them, these older women, to be independent as they claim to be. DeSantis, has just impoverished all the older women of Florida, and I know at least 3,000 women across the state of Florida are switching to Democrat, and we will campaign against them all the way forever. Camille Feverish, a militant Republican who receives permanent alimony, said in a phone interview Friday. And this is how it makes sense. If these women, these older women, they were divorced their husbands, they're not loyal to their husbands. Why would they be loyal to the Republican Party? Why would they be loyal to the Republican Party when it doesn't benefit them? They run away when it doesn't, and then they fight against it when it doesn't benefit them. She is receiving money from a man who she claims to be independent from. She does her own thing, she's trying independent, but the seed money she used for her business is from her ex-husband. Now that her lifestyle is being uprooted and she has to work and actually has more responsibility on her shoulders, now she want to get mad. Now she want to get mad and be like, oh, we're going to fight against them. Instead of, I don't know, taking that responsibility. They say they strong and independent. They better than men. They do men. They do. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. You don't need the government's protection. You don't need lifelong alimony. And it's not even that they don't get alimony at all. It's just they don't get it lifetime. Like it stops at a certain age. In vetoing the 2022 version, DeSantis pointed to concerns about the bill allowing ex-spouses to have existing alimony agreements amended. In June 24, 2022 veto letter, he wrote that If the bill were to become law and given retroactive effect as a legislature intends, it will unconstitutionally impair vested rights under certain pre-existing marital settlement agreements. But bill sponsor Joe Gerters, Republican Sarasota, okay, tried to assure lawmakers that the 2023 version would not unconstitutionally affect existing alimony settlements. So they're not even. So what they're saying is this bill is not even going to affect existing settlements. I guess it's not going to change the existing laws depending on certain factors. It's going to affect ones that happen in 2023 and beyond. But you see, these modern women are mad when they don't get free money. When they don't get free money, they want to get mad. They want to get mad when they actually have to do work. Now they want to get mad and say, "Oh, we shouldn't have to do this because we're women, we're in a marriage." But the man's doing extra work. The man was first of all, the man was providing when y'all were married. Now he's providing after y'all are married. So it's so funny they said men don't provide, and they literally provide for women after they get, even after divorce. But now they're changing all that. So we're definitely going to stop. They're going to stop this. So what can this year's proposal went to what is currently case law, Gertz told a Senate committee in April, pointing to the court ruling. So what you can do right now under case law, we now codify all those laws and make that the rule of law. So we basically just solidify that. So from a retroactively standpoint, no, because if anything could be modifiable before, it's still modifiable. If it's a non-modifiable agreement, you still can't modify that agreement, he said, which makes sense. I guess that makes sense. The bill, which will take effect Saturday. Oh, so it's really taking effect this week. Or it might have taken effect already, because this is kind of old article. The thing kind of happened last month. The bill, which will take effect Saturday, also will set a 5-year limit on what is known as rehabilitative alimony. Under the plan, people married for less than 3 years will not be eligible for alimony payments, and those who have been married 20 years or longer will be eligible will receive payments up to 75% for the term of the marriage. Oh, and that's a good point right there, because marriages don't even last 5 years anymore. They barely last. I met this girl. I literally met this when I went to LA for my birthday last month. My birthday was June 19th. I came back and I got this girl from my Uber driver, or not Uber. What's the other joint called? The other one next to Uber. I can't even think what they call it right now. But she was my driver. She picked me up. I was speaking with her. She talking about she just got out of a 1-year marriage with a child. Oh, I think a 2-year-old child. Because the dude she was with, she dated this dude for 10 years. I think the chick is about to be 34, same age as me. Dated this dude for 10 years. She got married for 1 year, now she's getting a divorce. And I bet you this man now has to pay this alimony payments, and he has a child, so he has to pay child support. He has to pay these alimony payments for 1 year of marriage. She couldn't even stand 1 year. So this is good, because if a woman wants to divorce a man after which is less than 5 years, she should not be expected to get any payments at all. And I like this part. And it said those who have been married 20 years or longer will be eligible to receive payments up to 75% of the term of the marriage. So again, they're not doing it for lifelong. If you were married for 20 years or longer, 75% of that you're gonna be paying the money to get out. But I like this part of the law. I like this part of the law right here, because it at least gives incentive for the woman to stay in the marriage for more than 3 years instead of divorcing after a year. How can you be with a man for 10 years and then divorce him after being married for one. The new law will also allow alimony payers to seek modification if a supportive relationship exists or has existed involving their ex-spouses in the previous year. Critics argued the provision is vague and could apply to temporary roommates who help alimony recipients cover living expenses for short periods of time. Yeah, it should. It should apply to that. Because if the man's paying alimony, why should he be paying, if you stay in his house or he paying some of the bills or whatnot, not for the goodness of his heart? No. He should be getting compensation from that. He already paying alimony, but then he's helping you out as well? Or y'all might have had a small little fling? No, it should be some modifications. So I like this part of the bill as well. And it's so funny that women want to do whatever they want and don't want to pay the consequences, and they want to pay for the modifications of what they don't like. They don't want to. They want to say they better than men. They're stronger than men. They make more money than men. Cool, but then they don't want to. But then when it's the reasons, when it's the reasons, they want to talk about it. When it's something they do, when a woman murders a man, they want to say, "Oh, well, this man did this to her. This man did that to her." But when women say, "Oh, we make more money than men," we say, "Oh, it's because y'all get divorced, y'all get alimony payments." They're like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We make more money than men. We do better than men." Oh man! But now that things is getting quote unquote equal. Now they want to get mad. They don't want it to be equal. They still want to reign on high and get all the money from the men that they use. Feverish, a 63-year-old with serious medical conditions, says she can't afford another legal fight over alimony. Well, man, you should never divorce. You should never divorce. My fears are that they can take you back to court. I don't have the money for an attorney. I literally live off a little bit I get for alimony. I work part-time because I have all kinds of ailments, and now I'm going to be left without anything, absolutely anything. Imagine how your husband feels. Imagine how your ex-husband feels. Ma'am, you realize how much he had to work in order to pay you alimony so he wouldn't go to prison? At least you're not gonna be left with nothing. If he didn't pay, he might end up in prison for no reason. And this is, and you notice how one of the people are mad are women, right? I didn't see no men that was mad with that. I seen Dasantis bring out the bill. He was really thinking, I don't know, might retroactively. But then this year, everything changed. Health insurance fees added will probably be the first thing to go if her payments are reduced or eliminated. This is a death sentence for me. Well, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. You know, I really don't care, honestly, if she thinks it's a death sentence. Imagine how many men that, because of alimony payments, they had to be homeless. Imagine how many men, because of alimony payments, they weren't able to see their kids. Because of alimony payments, they had to go to prison. Imagine. But again, these modern women don't care because they think about themselves. And the problem is, when they think about themselves, it causes chaos for everyone. It hurts everyone. Men are not getting married anymore. Men are refusing to get married, no matter what reason. It really, honestly, the red pill. If the red pill MGTOW didn't exist, this would still be happening because men see things now. Men are watching and seeing what men are going through. It has been more prevalent for years now that men were been backing away from relationships. Men have been backing away from marriage just because they saw what men went through with divorce and they lost everything. They see a homeless man and they look at homeless men, and most of the homeless men were men that used to be married. These guys used to be married and then divorced and they lost all their money. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys watching the playback, let me know what you guys think in the comment. Would this entice you to get married in Florida? I mean, I'm sure not getting married. I still think it's stupid. But will you get married in Florida because of that? Do you think it will? Do you think the uptake in marriage will? You would think there will be an uptake in marriage. All right, we'll continue. We are going to show some women. We're going to show some women holding women accountable. Shout out to these women right here that are actually holding women accountable. I wanted to make this women holding women accountable Wednesday. So we'll let this pop up real quick. All right. So we're gonna show this woman real quick. Paradise Paris. I don't know if y'all heard of her. You might have seen her around. I actually follow her on Twitter. She's really dope. She holds women accountable a lot. So I wanted to. She actually did a part 1, which I actually might go on her page. Let me go on her page real quick. She actually did a part 1 with the whole Kiki. With the whole Kiki Palmer, I wanted to call her Kiki Shepard. I've been listening to what's it called, Outkast. I've been listening to Outkast this week. I was listening to Outkast, so I'm thinking about So Fresh, So Clean. But she did a video about Kiki Palmer. And I just wanted to show that real quick.
Black Twitter's favorite unproblematic sweetheart, Miss Kiki Palmer, found herself being a part of the problem as she's been trending the last 24 hours in regards to her relationship woes and her baby daddy Darius. It's a couple sides to this coin, and y'all know me. I'm gonna toss them all. First and foremost, I do think it's kind of disingenuous that everybody keeps overshadowing Darius's actual issues. You are not entitled to tell a person in a relationship what they deem is disrespectful. And I know we like to play the political game when it comes to clothes, or you can wear what you want to wear, body autonomy, etc., etc. But let's be clear, this is just a simple case of double standards, because none of us like when our men wear gray sweatpants, but we love to see men in them. Although
Exactly. When a man looking good, oh, where you going? Where you looking like that? A lot of women's insecurities love to come out, and then they call men insecure. When we tell them, your mother, you shouldn't be dressing that way. You women shouldn't be dressing that way. And here's the difference. Women, come on, man. Y'all know what happens when y'all dress this way. Y'all know there's creeps and weirdos out here. You can say you can teach men this and that. There's still gonna be lawbreakers. All right, there's still gonna be bad guys. There's still gonna be evil guys out here that's gonna be doing stuff. Y'all know what happens when they see stuff like that. Don't act dumb. It's so funny they want to say they're smarter than men, but then they act dumb when the consequences happen. That make no sense.
although I'm not in a position to discuss whether or not that was appropriate for Kiki, I am in a position to say he does have a say so in regards to what goes on in his relationship. And you are not to tell him.
Exactly. He wants to set boundaries for the relationship, not just for him, but for the family, the child, the embarrassment. Do women not realize what they do affects the whole family? Can affect generations to come? Do people forget the term the sins of the father? The sins of the father will always be carried by the son. It's the same with the mother. You will always carry the mistakes that your family makes, no matter what your parents make, no matter what. If your parents were to die today and they had debt, you were accrue that debt. The sins, but and these modern women don't realize they think they can do whatever they want. They think they can say whatever they want, and it's not. It just affects them. We can do whatever we want, unless just to make us happy, which makes no sense.
tell a man that his boundaries make him insecure. Trying to disparage his character does not minimize his point, although he was absolutely wrong for how he approached the situation and trying to embarrass her. It actually says more about Kiki than it does whether it's his commentary about Alton Sterling or how he feel about women in their dressing. But
let me talk about that. And people want to say, oh, he's just stupid for posting it online. Well, let me point it like this. Let me tell you why he probably put this online. The reason why he put that online is because he probably told Kiki, yo, you should not have been wearing that. I don't like you wearing that. That's probably why she was showing out. That's probably why she was showing out in front of Usher. He probably told her, I don't like you wearing that. And this is probably multiple discussions. This is probably not even the first time. This is probably not even the first time that he said this. This is probably over a multitude of times that Kiki done dressed inappropriately. And he done told her, yo, I don't like you going out dressing like this. You're a mother, you're pregnant. I don't like you going out dressing like this. And she said she didn't care, she didn't care, she didn't care. So the best way for him to actually get her out there, like, yo, stop doing this. I don't like how you doing this. He put it in the court of public opinion. Now, obviously, the court of public opinion does not favor men in the slightest. No matter what you do, you could have court evidence of her killing you, taking your life. You can literally have video evidence with multiple cameras, with directors and whole studios of her literally taking your life away. They still gonna believe her over you. So the court of public opinion doesn't favor men. So obviously he was dumb for putting it up there because nobody cares. They're gonna not only that nobody cares, they're gonna shame you for actually doing it online. You know how modern women act. You know how modern women act. Zone, you know how modern women act. They'll shame you for actually putting it online. So that's why I don't feel like it's dumb for him to post it online. That was probably his last resort before he was like, I'm over this. I'm out of here. That was his last resort.
But Kiki is with that man. She knows that man. She's been with that man even when she entered in a relationship with him, knowing there was another woman around. But baby, that's Kiki Palmer. So of course you guys are going to turn a blind eye. Just everyone loves the internet personality and actress sensation of Miss Kiki Palmer. Remember, you do not know her personally. So when you're trying to prop her up on a pedestal, calling her man broke, saying she makes more than him, and you're calling for her to break up and leave him because of his misogynistic views, remember how she may feel when you're talking negative about him, a person she loves. Remember how she may feel when she just had a newborn baby and you're calling for her to be a single mom. Some of you guys really need to revisit how ill you think about people when you simply disagree with them. Keep your relationship.
And it's funny too because she becoming a single mom for a man with herpes. She is becoming a single mom for a man with herpes. And allegedly, let me put the alleged over there because I ain't trying to be sued by Usher. But again, these modern women don't think. And it's funny too because we just did the story for the alimony. If she made quote unquote made more money, apparently I've seen rumors where he makes more money than her. If she made more money than him, don't you think that she might be paying child support? Like, these modern women don't think that she's gonna be scot-free? Did they act like she's gonna get child support? Come on, man. But the funny part about it is when they want to shame a man to go after his money, they give the breadwinner response. Oh, she's the breadwinner. She could do whatever she wants. But if a man were to go out and step out and have sex with, let's say Derek Jackson cheating, he's the breadwinner. Can he not do whatever he wants? Why y'all mad now? Y'all mad because the wife who let it slide, she was part of it. She was cool with it. She let it slide. The only reason why she bitching about it is because he got caught in public. He's the breadwinner. He could do whatever he wants. But whenever it's a man doing it, he hurt her feelings. He's a oh, they don't want modest women. But then we tell y'all don't want men to lead, and you're like, oh, that's you. Oh no, we want men to lead. We want men to lead, and then when we tell y'all we don't want y'all dressing that way, oh, you're insecure. Oh, you're controlling. Oh, you shouldn't be in our business. Oh, you should be minding your business. I can dress how I want. And then when something happens to you, you get touched inappropriately, you get attacked, you expect us to step in. Well, man, we told you not to dress that way. We told you because you're a mother, you could do this. Now our daughter's crying because the kids made fun of her because they said you were 304. These modern women don't think past 5 minutes. Now with Kiki Papa doing this, she caused division and it's over for them. She's a single mother now. Now I'm actually going to play this video talking about the breadwinner controls the relationship, but I think it's funny because again, when a man controls the relationship, he got to listen to the woman. He got to do better. But when a woman controls the relationship, she can do whatever she wants. Really.
In light of the Keke Palmer situation, there were a couple things that came up in conversation yesterday that definitely need to be addressed. One being whoever makes most money controls the power dynamic in the relationship. That specific demographic that's always telling you they make more money than men, and every man they run to is always insecure about how much money they make, we're the first ones to tell you how disrespectful they are when it comes to them knowing that they make more money than a man, which is why a lot of these men have reservations about it in the first place. It's not the fact that you make more money, it's the attitude centered around it. A lot of y'all do not have an issue with misogyny or the patriarchy at all. You only have an issue with it when you're not the person who's benefited from it.
Bingo! Bingo! She hit it right on the head. When they don't benefit from it, that's when it's misogynistic. That's when they hate it. All of a sudden, when the breadwinner is the man, all of a sudden he's misogynistic. If he don't allow her to wear whatever she wants, if he's misogynistic. If she has to cook and clean and take care of the children, he's a child. If he comes home after a hard day's work and expect food on the table and wants to chill and play video games. But as soon as a model woman makes more money than a man and he tries to put his foot down, all of a sudden it's, I make more money than you. I can do whatever I want. I can do this. I can do that. I can cheat. I can fly. I can travel how I want. You can't tell me what to do. You have to take care of it. You have to cook for me. Da, 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 da. It's always them trying to shame the man. Again, this is the quote unquote, not even double standards. This is modern women trying to change the rules, and it's not working out for them. You see, in when we last did, Dasantis had to sign a bill to end lifetime alimony because they're trying to entice men to get married again. But it's not happening. Men have caught on to this. This is why we have a whole movement. This is why we have a red pill, MGTOW, righteous fear. This is why we have all this stuff. Because women want to break away and want to say they're better than men. And then when the consequences happen, they want men to foot the bill. They want men to pay for it. They want men to clean it up. It's not happening no more.
From it, because the moment that you're in a position to minimize another group or minimize another individual, you are going to do so. Some of y'all just waiting on the opportunity to get your chance. Furthermore, if it takes for me to make more money than you to gain your respect and you can't do it past my wallet, you can keep it. I don't want it.
Yeah, exactly.
In light of the Keke Palmer,
a lot of men, and I've seen a lot. This is another reason why I did Women Are Holding Women Accountable Wednesdays. This is the reason why I started this. I've seen a lot of shift from women. Even on Twitter, I've seen this one chick who was a 304, a model. She bad. She like in her 40s too. She look young as hell. I think she's like in her 40s. She got like 6 children who are in their teens. I think one of them is 18. Who are in their teens. She's got like 6 children. I think they're 6. She got 2 sets of twins. It's weird. Anyway, even she said something like, how's men benefiting from, saying marriage if the woman is not being an asset to him and not being feminine and whatnot. So I'm seeing a lot of turns. Now, obviously, she's finding her mistake after being a 304 and not dealing with, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, she already made that mistake. She's still bad, so she might still get somebody. But anyway, that's beside the point. But the reason why I want to do this holding women accountable Wednesdays is because I'm seeing a lot of turn shifts in women who, after they make the mistake, they learn their lesson, who are holding women accountable and actually looking at the side of men like, maybe these men are right. Like, it's getting to the point where women are doing so much that even women are calling you, women are like, yo, these kind of men are right. And we're seeing the consequence in society. Obviously, women are working harder. They have a lot more stress. They have a lot more mental problems. In society as a whole, there's not a lot of protecting going on, because before it used to be that a man would protect a random person no matter what. Now it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. Man or woman get attacked. We just sitting there watching with our phones and put our phones and say World Star. We don't have integrity no more. We don't have honor no more. And it makes sense because we don't have marriage. We don't have a community no more. But now we're seeing the consequences in society. We're seeing the consequences in the financial aspect as well. I think there was an article recently where they were saying because men aren't working as hard as they used to work and becoming, like, you know what I'm saying, the breadwinners of the family. Because before, when you had to be the breadwinner, you would excel. You have to excel and actually create income and actually do extraordinary things. Nowadays, man, we're not supporting families, so we're good being we're good minimal. We just need a one bedroom apartment, need a TV, a good job. You know, some dude need video games. You know, chilling. We don't need to. We don't need to go above and beyond anymore for a family and provide for different mouths. We only got one mouth, and that's ourselves. So now that's affecting the economy, and women are seeing this shift, and they're being affected. So now they be like, "Damn, without men, we need men. We need men." We're gonna play this part 2 because I also want to see this part 2 as well.
I know y'all not gonna like what I gotta say, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I really want some of y'all to sit down and critically think about why getting married to him is like pulling teeth from you. You will not honor him, not be respectful to him, not be loyal to him, not submit to him, not listen to anything he says. He has to handle you, but you will lay down and sleep with that man raw and will not take any type of precaution to have a baby by him.
Bingo!
You can give for a man.
That is the dumbest thing. She said it correctly. That's the dumbest thing a woman can do. I never understood why a woman will not listen to a man. They will not marry a man, or they marry a man and they will think they can do whatever they want. They be insubordinate. They causing issues. They have an attitude problem, but will have his baby, and then multiple times they will have his baby. And this is the thing: when women want to say, "Oh, they're not married," if you are baby moms, shout out to Mr. Gerber. He said this: if you're a baby mom, you married. If you have a child by another man, you married. You're just not married legally. You still married though. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if y'all don't sleep together no more. If it's not legal, you're married because you're tied. You have a soul tie to this guy, to this man, which is a child, a literal blood tie. You have a literal blood tie. So you're married. So the funny part about it is these modern women will have your baby, but they won't listen to you. They won't they won't marry you, or they're being insubordinate. They go around thinking they're wearing a dress and doing whatever they want. But they will have your child. Yes, the highest honor you can give a man is having his child. It's not your JJ. It's not your peace leave. It's not it's not your company. It's not your presence. It's not your conversation. All right, it's not your money making ideas. It's not your It's not your thought process. It's you having my child. But women give up the highest honor willy-nilly and then expect men like you and me to get to do our hard work and not get nothing. We have to do our hard work, support her, support the other man's child, and then what we get in return? Not a damn thing. We get insubordination. We get cheated on. We lose the relationship. And then at the end of the day, we get shamed. You remember that one story about that one guy who was a stepdad, raised his daughter for years. As soon as his daughter getting married, he was being stepped over for the real dad. Let's continue.
Around looking like him, having mannerisms like him, but you will not commit to him. You have to ask yourself, why does that make sense to you? You won't even get up and make this man a sandwich, but you will lay down and spread your legs for him and get on your back and do the nastiest things in the world.
Exactly. You won't even make a man a sandwich. These modern women won't even make a man a sandwich. But he can flip you around, give you the good D, quote unquote, manipulate you. You can't make this man a sandwich, but he can manipulate you though? That don't make no sense. He can flip you around, do what you want, open your legs, do this, that. Beat it down. But making a sandwich, that's where you draw the line. Making a sandwich where you draw the line. Hey, I don't want you to wear that dress, sweetheart. That's where you draw the line. I could beat it from the back. I could hit it and then choke you, whatever. But making a sandwich, that's where you draw the line. That's wild. These modern women are wild.
The world for him, especially if he give you a little coin. Black women have the highest mortality rate within the medical field, especially when it comes to giving childbirth and all of the things that our bodies go through. But you will sit down and give a man the most precious gift, even though you can lose your life. However, you not require him to be more responsible for you because man, it's just a piece of paper.
Damn, she hitting. She's snapping. She is snapping right now. Again, these modern women don't think. Just because we have modern medicine now, we got modern medicine, childbirth can still be dangerous. So you're going to give a man, you're going to put your life on the line for a man that quote unquote ain't shit. This man ain't shit, but you're going to put your life on the line to have this child, but he ain't nothing. You can't listen to this guy. When he tells you, sweetheart, I don't like you going on this girl's trip. When he tells you on a girl's trip, that you draw the line. But you gonna put your life on the line for this guy, for this guy you would go to a girl's trip that you wouldn't listen to, man. She hitting it right on the head. These modern women don't think, and then they want men to care about their problems. Like, man, if you listen to us half of the time, you wouldn't be going through half of your problems. Again, I have a story where I was dealing with a 304. This the girl that made me go red pill. This is the girl that made me swallow the red pill and be like, you know what? All right, y'all got it. I was dealing with this girl one time. The last 304 I dealt with. We was going from the club. We were chilling from the club. There was a dude sitting, minding his own business. He wasn't talking to us at all. She is harassing this dude. She's making fun of this dude. Now, luckily, this dude was cool, and he's a comedian making jokes. He was making jokes or whatever. But I was trying to tell her, yo, chill, relax. Why you bothering this guy? Leave this guy alone. She get mad at me talking about, oh, you're supposed to be protecting me. Why aren't you protecting me? I was like, yo, I was protecting me. I was telling you to shut up. Leave this man alone. You don't know what he's going through. You don't know that he might go be crazy, and then you making fun of him. He might want to go off and might want to hit you. And then it's going to be a fight between me and him. One of us going to lose our life. I'm not saying I can't fight, but there's always better people. There's always better killers. There's killers out here. There's all other people out here. You don't know what's going to happen. I was telling her, yo, shut up. But then I take it back to the crib. I'm beating it down. She's not gonna listen to me when I'm trying to protect her and tell her be quiet where her life is on the line. A man could have took her life away, but I can beat it down whenever I want to. I could get her pregnant. And she's gonna put her life on the line that way. She's not gonna listen to me when I immediately, but later on, when she might put her life on the line and she might lose her life because she had my child, she gonna be it don't make no sense. Let's finish this up.
We really need to reconsider why we minimize marriage, and it's so easy to walk away from these men. However, you're willing to sit there and raise a child that looks like him and then pretend that you don't have some suppressed disdain for them. And for the ones in the back that goes, oh, marriage is not an end-all be-all and it's not the answer for you not being a single mom, well, you're absolutely right. But you won't know until you try. Some of y'all have never experienced man.
Yeah, you won't know until you try. Because they're right. It's not the end-all be-all. You still might end up being a single mom, but most likely will not be a single mom if you vet the men correctly. Stop opening up your legs for every man. Vet the man correctly, and do your job as a woman, so he can do his job as a man. Look, back in the day, yes, there was some men that used to go around and cheating their wives, but they would still come back and take care of the family. Some wives knew. And it was like, you know what? I'm not trying to break away from the family. It's going to be tough by myself. I'm going to have to deal with it. Bob Marley's wife, Rita Marley. In Rastafari, I'm a Rasta. In Rastafari, they don't believe in monogamy in marriage. They don't believe in monogamy in marriage. So Bob Marley used to sleep around with different women. He was sleeping around with so many women that Rita would go into the hotel room and tell the groupie to kick the group and tell the groupie, "Hey, it's the morning time. You got to go." Now, was her feelings hurt? I'm pretty sure they were. Hurt. However, she knew what she was getting into with Bob. And she didn't want to break up a family home over feelings.
Actually prioritizing you, because if that's the only rebuttal you got, sis, I know y'all not gonna like what.
I guess she didn't, because you finished all the way. And these modern women that want to say, "Oh, it's not going to be the end all be all." It's not going to be the end all be all. The funny part about that statement is, if that's not going to be the end all be all, why do y'all even want to get married in the first place? These modern women want to get married. They pressure men for marriage, all this other stuff, just so they can, just to be like, that's not the end all being a single mother, which makes no sense to me. And yet y'all still become these single mothers. There's a lot of women that don't get married and still become single mothers because they choose to be. All right, we're gonna play some more videos of these women holding each other accountable. Shout out to this chick. Her page is his daughter 7. And I started following her for a while. I thought it was pretty good.
Before you get married, be a hoe. Be the biggest hoe you can be before you say I do to one flavor. I want you to try as many flavors as you can, honey. Because when I tell you there are some flavors out there, whoo!
Sima says, hello, I found your channel and figured I'd give it a shot. I was diagnosed HIV positive about 5 months ago. Since then, I've been literally investigating, trying to find out who gave it to me. The doctor I spoke with told me that judging by how progressed it is, it could have been in my body for a year or more earlier. I wrote down all of my partners for the past 3 years just to be safe. I am somewhat of a feminist, and I believe that whatever a man can do, so can a woman. A double standard. So women being called a hoe, having the same amount of partners as a man, disgusts me. I'm not ashamed to say I've had sex with 13 men in the past 3 years. With 11 of them, it was protected, and 2 unprotected. My issue is that I have asked both men I had unprotected sex with to go get tested. Both men have told me they were clean and even showed me papers to prove it. I don't even know where to start with others because I don't want to tell everyone I've had sex with that I'm now HIV
Damn.
positive. It's not something that I want to broadcast to the world, but I honestly don't see any other way. I wish there was a way I could pinpoint who it was just to discuss it with that person and see.
Damn. Oh, that's crazy, y'all. God damn, boy. Yeah, I agree with you, Zone. That's a. If I could play my sound effects, I would play my sound effects, but for some reason, Steam Lab is on some BS. But yeah, if I had a sound effects, I play the boom 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 boom. Dog. Let's break this down real quick. Let's break this down real quick.
Before you get married, be a hoe. Be the biggest hoe you can be before you say I do to one flavor. I want you to try as many flavors as you can, honey. Because when I tell you there are some flavors out there, woo!
All right. Let's break down why this is a terrible idea for y'all women. First of all, there's all we done said this on this page, multiple pages that have said this. There's clinical research as to why it is not good for women to have multiple sex partners. It messes them up mentally. It's the reason why a lot of these women are going through these mental issues because they have multiple sex partners. They're intaking a lot of different men's DNAs. It messes up their DNA. It messes them up. And then it messes up their it messes them up mentally. On top of that, it affects their attitude. They become more masculine. It makes them aggravating. They're not fun to be around. They're not fun to be around. When you're not having sex with them, they're not fun to be around. They're not fun to talk with, conversate with. They're not fun because they want to come. They always want to conversate about something weird. They're not fun to hang around because these modern women that have multiple 304s. They expect you to do things and go above and beyond. They expect you. Oh, you want to have sex with me more? Oh, you got to take me on dates. You got to take me out to the movies. You got to take me to this place. You got to do this. You got to do that. Like, damn, it's not worth it. You got to deal with their attitudes. They have horrible attitudes. They expect you to do whatever they want, no matter what. Just because you hitting it. Just because you hitting it and you enjoying it, now they expect you to be on their beck and call. Oh, you want to hit this more? You better call me when I need you. You don't call me every day. You better talk on the phone and talk about nothing and be quiet. They have terrible attitudes. And then they're insubordinate. They don't know how to act. Again, I told you about this story about the girl that made me take the red pill that I was dealing with. I just told you about that story. She was a 304, a huge 304. And again, they go through a lot of trauma. So you're going to be playing therapist because they're going to be talking about what their ex-boyfriend did to them, what a guy tried to do to them, what this guy tried to do to them, a guy tried to hit on them, a guy tried to do this. You're going to be playing therapist to these 304s because they go through a lot. Because there's some creeps out there. Again, we telling y'all there's creeps out there, and these creeps are going to make advances because they think these 304s are just going to be simple like that. So these modern women are already having this reputation of being 304s. They got these men harassing them, and that's going to affect their mental state as well. And then you, as a dude that's trying to date this 304 or marry this 304, has to deal with that and play the therapist because she didn't listen to you in the first place and was not a 304. You see the conundrum? Do you see the conundrum that is right there? Because of the decision that she made, you have to pay for that, and she has to pay for that by the other men that has a perception of her because of the decision she has made. And this is what these modern women don't think about. They don't think about the bigger picture and how it's going to affect them in the long run. They just think about the here and now, And then when the consequences happen, they want to be like, oh, you guys got to change this. You guys got to change that. No, I'm sorry. Some of these consequences are just going to happen. Yeah. Should men stop putting their hands on women? Yeah. Should men stop doing these horrible acts to women? Of course. Unfortunately, there's always going to be bad. When there's good, there's bad. When there's light, there's dark. When there's yin, there's yang. That's the way of life. You just got to be ready. And when men are trying to tell y'all something, we're trying to tell y'all, look, we're trying to tell you this so we can prevent this from happening. And then when it happens, we'll be like, damn, we told you. And here's the consequence that we're talking about.
This email says, hello, I found your channel and figured I'd give it a shot. I was diagnosed HIV positive about 5 months ago. Since then, I've been literally investigating, trying to find out who gave it to me. The doctor I spoke with told me.
And that's the crazy part about her being promiscuous. She don't even know. She's had so many partners. She don't even know who gave it to her. Like, at least if her body count was low, if her body count was like 5, she could at least pinpoint, okay, one of these 5 guys gave it to me. But again, these modern women think they could be like men, and they think they can just sleep around and no consequences going to happen. The funny part about it is, look, I don't even like to promote men sleeping around, but again, we got to break this down again. The reason why men are praised, and I have a video on my page breaking this down. Maybe I should link it. There's a video on my page. You might have to look all the way in the beginning of this page of my YouTube career. But the reason why men are praised for sleeping around is because it's hard to attract women. You actually got to be in some sort of status. You gotta be physically. You gotta be able to have a good talk game. You gotta be pretty much good conversation. You also gotta have money. You can't just go out and willy-nilly. Even 304s have standards. Even 304 is not gonna let you smash for free. You gotta have something. You gotta be attractive in some type of way. And if you're not an attractive man, you get nothing. There's a lot more virgin men now than ever before. Ever before. But again, the problem with these mono women is they don't realize it's easy for them to get laid down, but there's always going to be consequences when you looked at when you looked at it's easy. When something is easy, it's not respected. And on top of that, we have diseases now. We have all these diseases that are spreading around. Like this woman with a huge body count, and now she got the virus.
That judging by how progressed it is, it could have been in my body for a year or more earlier. I wrote down all of my partners for the past 3 years just to be safe. I am somewhat of a feminist, and I believe that whatever a man can do, so can a woman. A double standard. So women being called a hoe when having the same amount of partners as a man disgusts me. I'm not ashamed to say I've had sex with 13 men.
And again, we just went over why it's not good being a 304 and why men are not going to take the 304 is because of that, because of what I said. I might have to do a whole separate video for that. But now she has to deal with this. Because she was loose, she has to deal with this problem. And unfortunately, I mean, she might find a man. You never know. These minor women are able to find a man somehow. Able to find these losers. They date the losers. But now this man has to deal with not being able to have sex with this girl because she has this virus now. She has to go through all this because she wanted to be promiscuous, not thinking that this might happen. Man, modern women do not think about the future. They don't think past 5 minutes.
Men in the past 3 years, with 11 of them, it was protected, and 2 unprotected. My issue is that I have asked both men I had unprotected sex with to get tested. Both men have told me they were clean and even showed me papers to prove it. I don't even know where to start with others because I don't want to tell everyone I've had sex with that I'm now HIV positive. It's not something that I want to broadcast to the world, but I honestly don't see any other way. I wish
You're gonna have to. I mean, you don't have to broadcast to the world, but if you intend to be in a relationship, unless you intend to die alone, you're gonna let people know that you are HIV positive.
there was a way I could pinpoint who it was just to discuss it with that person and see.
Ladies,
All right, yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. I think I got one more video. I'm pretty sure I got one more video. Let me just head up. Yes. The Jonathan Major story. And we got, which I have my reservations about Megan Good, but
I hope she can pay for this. At least, Miss Megan Good, you are a certified dummy.
Why is Megan Good a certified dummy again? I wonder, are black women going to apologize? Oh, I'm reaching. Okay. They're not. No accountability. They just heard one side of the story and just convicted him all over social media. And
exactly. They just heard one side of the story and be like, oh, yeah, he did it. A lot of them were mad because he was with a white girl. A lot of them was mad because he was with a white girl. But then he says he got video evidence, he got witnesses, all this other stuff. They said, "Oh, we got to see. We got to see from her side." They got to see. Now, I think this was fact checked and changed that she did not get arrested. But now it's starting to come out to light that he was more innocent than they choose to be. But these modern women, they hear one side of the story. They hear a woman crying wolf. And then all of a sudden they want to rally towards them and go against the men. The men are this, men are that, men did this, men did that. Crazy.
labeled him a woman beater. The amount of black men that go through this all the time, every single day, is disheartening. So disheartening. And
it's true. A lot of black men go through this. A lot of black men get publicly shamed and called abusers because they set boundaries. They set standards. And we all know the whole Jonah Hill debacle is going on right now. When men set boundaries, that's when he become abusers. That's when we be called abusers. When men set boundaries, when we tell a woman no, we're abusers. This is why this whole MGTOW thing is blowing up, because men are tired of being in leadership roles, leadership positions, and then still get shamed and still get blamed for the problems. We clean up the messes, but then we get blamed for our leadership. We get mad. They get mad at us when we tell them, no, you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing this. And then when something happens, be like, you men, it's your fault, men. You should have protected us. Well, man, we told y'all no. We said no. But no, we're abusers, we're users, we're all this whatever words, misogynists, whatever. We set boundaries, and then all of a sudden, you're the bad guy. Okay, cool. We're not gonna deal with you. Oh, your men are weak. Your men are weak because you don't want to deal with us. Men are weak because they don't want to protect us. They don't want to lead. Men are leaders because they don't want to lead. Ma'am, I told you. Oh man, I told you, no, don't wear that dress. Something might happen. Something happened. I told you, and now you want to cry about it. I'm not helping you through this pain. I'm not picking up the mess. I told you. And then they don't apologize. They don't hold themselves accountable. They don't apologize, and they do it again.
and you don't hear another black woman to talk about another black woman. Yeah, they talked about Megan Good real bad too. They really did. Who's the certified dummy?
The same Megan Good, I might add, that was with a preacher. And they left, they clapped her up. When she left the preacher, they clapped her up. They praised her. Now all of a sudden she's a certified dummy because she with Jonathan Majors, a man who might be innocent. Now, I'm not here to say if he's innocent or guilty. I'm not a lawyer. But I'm waiting for the facts. Obviously, I want him to be innocent. I'm on his side. But if the facts come out that he actually did, I'm gonna be like, damn, chuck it up to the game. At least I'm waiting for the facts to be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He innocent. We see that at first when we heard the story, we're like, damn, another man going down. Then we hear, oh, he got video evidence. Oh, okay, all right. When it says, oh, okay, this is starting to become okay. I'm sort of in on his side right now. We waiting for the facts. These modern women don't wait for the facts. They just be like, okay, men bad. We know men will do this, so let's blame men. Let's finish this up.
Means now though that the truth came out. There's always two sides to a story. Just because y'all hate black men at heart, never mind.
I hope she can pay this.
So yeah. Unfortunately, actually, we're gonna let this video play all the way through. I'm gonna let this video play all the way through just so I can get this content before I finish it up.
At least Miss Megan Good are a certified dummy.
Why is Megan Good a certified dummy again? I wonder, are black women going to apologize? Oh, I'm reaching. Okay. They're not. No accountability. They just heard one side of the story and just convicted him all over social media and labeled him a woman beater. The amount of black men that go through this all the time, every single day, is so disheartening. So disheartening. And then they get on here, another black woman, to talk about another black woman. Yeah, they talked about Megan Good real bad too. They really did. Who's the certified dummies now, though? That the truth came out. There's always two sides to a story. Just because y'all hate black men at heart, never mind.
I hope she can pay.
And that's the sad part. Again, this is why I tell y'all to purge women out your life. Not just dating. It be any type of woman. Because they could cause these type of problems in your life. Now, when you're marrying, when you're trying to get married and all this type of stuff, unfortunately, these modern women don't care about you. They want lifetime alimony. When they ask you to lead, you lead. When you tell them, hey, no, they want to be like, you're a misogynist. And then when the consequences happen, they expect you to clean up. Unfortunately, this don't affect the women you're dating or you're married to. This could be your sister, your mother. That's why I say purge all women out your life. Now, if you can find yourself a wholesome woman, that's WHOLE, wholesome woman, who fits your criteria, who is not a 304, then yes, go ahead and marry her. Go ahead and take her. Go ahead and marry her or whatnot. If she is not that, though, kick her out of there. I don't even promote pumping and dumping like that because even that can lead you into trouble. Just kick it to the curb. But I appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm going to end the show right here. I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking me out. Hit that like button on the way out. I appreciate it. Please hit that like button. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know next time I drop. As well as if you want to help grow this page monetarily, you can donate to the Cash App. You can donate to the Cash App. You see that on the ticker below. I'll also do a Twitch stream. So take me out on Twitch. Twitch.tv/XSUndergroundZ. I'm playing No Man's Sky right now. I might switch up the game pretty soon. I'll try to be back on tomorrow. I'm trying to do like different live shows mostly every day. We'll see. I'm trying to do multiple live shows with different topics. So tomorrow, if I come on tomorrow, will most likely be True Crime Thursday, where I will highlight a woman who committed a heinous crime. Either it's taking a life from their child, from their man, doing other things or whatnot. And then I'll also, if I come on Friday, I'll do female behavior Friday video where we'll break down. I've been watching these police cam videos, so I want to break down these cam videos where these modern women, how they act when the consequences start, when it's time for them to pay for their consequences. But all right, guys, I appreciate you guys coming through. Appreciate you guys checking me out. Again, hit that like button on the way out. You guys be safe. Have a good rest of the day. I will talk with y'all soon. Peace.
Parte de mi mente y del cuerpo, tú haces que mi vida tenga más sentido. Haces que yo quiera estar contigo. Tú eres como el agua clara que llueve del cielo. Te quiero porque quiero que me quieras, porque como tú no hay nadie más que me quiera enseñar.
Chinga, qué pedo. Tranquilo, güey. Tranquilo, güey, tranquilo.
Con mis deseos incuestionables.
Tranquilo, güey, tranquilo ya. No te merecía, la neta. Es mucho. No te merecía, la neta.
Yeah, hey, yeah. Woman don't owe you shit with your dusty Tims. Can't pull up to a crib 'cause you bought a din. All outside with your dick, like let me come in. Not even by the hairs on your chin. Yeah, woman don't owe you. Yeah, woman don't owe you shit. Boy, woman don't owe you.
Hey guys, you hear that? Women don't owe men anything. No matter what you do, they don't owe you anything. So guys, don't take them out on dinner dates. Don't pay their bills. Don't buy them gifts. They don't need us anymore, guys. This song, did you hear the song? They don't need us for nothing. They're free. They can do whatever they want. Bros, just focus on yourself.
Talk about this, because you really can't be a man of value or consequence if you're out here moving sexually irresponsible. We're going to get into it. Jumping in all kind of freaky situations, not understanding the long-term possible ramifications to your brand, dropping babies all over the place, mishandling situations with people you're having consensual sex with, ghosting women after you hook up. Hello?